Where are you guys from?
Germany.
Germany.
Also
Yeah.
Germany. Where are you guys from?
America.
Okay, where in America?
Arizona.
Arizona?
Phoenix, Arizona, yeah.
Phoenix, Arizona. Where are you from?
I'm from Germany.
Are you traveling here in Japan or do you live here?
No, we're traveling. Just a 2 weeks trip.
Where else in Japan are you planning on going?
We're planning to go to Osaka too, also Kyoto, and we also want to see the Universal Studios.
This is the start of your trip?
Tokyo. Yes.
Okay, this is the start.
Yes,
This is the beginning. And you've just been here a couple days so far?
Yeah, 2 days. So, but it's the first time for us to Shibuya, so
Yeah.
quite interesting.
Yeah? Was the crossing overwhelming?
It was. I was really afraid to lose him.
Well, I mean, he's like a giant, what, like 2 meters? So I think he's the easiest person to catch here. You guys are traveling here or living here?
Traveling.
Traveling. Are you traveling here or do you live here?
I'm traveling.
Okay.
Yeah, for 2 months though.
All around Japan or just Tokyo?
I'm working here, like work and travel, for 2 months in Tokyo. So for now, mostly Tokyo.
Wait, is this like a working holiday? How does that work?
Yes, exactly. I got a working holiday visa. It's valid for a year, and now I can work here. And currently I'm working at a hostel. I get accommodation, so I work there a little bit, and therefore I can stay there and don't have to pay for any accommodation, yes.
Wait, which area of Tokyo are you doing that in?
And Asakusa, very close to the huge temple.
Okay. Would you recommend it?
So far, I've had great experiences, but it's a smaller hostel. All the people I saw so far were very nice.
How long have you been here so far?
I think today's my 3rd day.
Oh, okay, so very new. And then is this your first time here in Japan?
Yes, I mean, it's also my first time in Asia, and so far, very nice.
This is you guys' first time in Japan, I assume.
Yes.
But why did you choose to travel here?
I think it was your choice because
Yes.
you really
I like animes. Yes, One Piece.
so you
Yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to go.
You said you like One Piece?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, this was our reason for traveling here initially too. What else do you like?
Very nice.
Oh,
Yeah. What other anime do you like?
Attack on Titan, Naruto, Avatar. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I like this.
Is this your first time in Japan?
Yeah, first time.
Okay. How long are you traveling for?
I was like
8 days. 8 days we were here.
Why did you choose to come to Japan?
Since I was a kid, I've always been a big fan of like Japan. I watched anime growing up. So
Yeah.
I've always wanted to immerse myself in the culture. So I always wanted to come here. So I finally made it happen with this guy who's the same way.
Okay, it's exactly the same?
Yeah, I mean, I love the culture. I'm big in anime and stuff like that. But, I'm kind of just a little bit of a hippie. So just kind of throw myself in there and figure it out. And I like to go out and meet people and go drink and stuff. And when we got here, we went to Shinjuku. So Shinjuku definitely has a lot of foreigners over there.
Have you been to Golden Gai in Shinjuku yet?
Yeah. We went to the first day.
Yeah, no, it was really fun.
It's amazing.
Really unique place.
And then we stayed in Osaka for a few days, went to Kyoto and stuff like that. So
Oh, so this is the end of your Japan trip?
yeah, we fly out tomorrow.
Why did you choose to do this 2 months in Japan?
I've always been very fascinated with Japan and its culture, anime, Pokemon, Nintendo, food. It was a dream of mine, kind of ever since I was a small kid, and I thought to myself, okay, why not just do it now?
So it started mostly from anime and then it branched out from there?
Yeah, I also did judo for 7 years, but yeah, it starts with anime, like Ghibli movies, and yeah.
Yeah. What was the first anime you watched?
Probably Heidi. It's like the story itself is German. The animation was done in Japan. It's a kids show that probably every German kid knows.
Are you planning on traveling anywhere else in Japan while you're here?
Yeah, I think I'll go to Osaka, Kyoto, and maybe some other place. It depends on how much time I have and how much money I'll have.
Can you tell us your overall impression of Japan, but in your own language, so in German?
alright, okay. So in German, Japan ist wirklich beeindruckend, weil vor allem das eine andere Kultur ist, aber sehr schön und alle sind sehr höflich und hilfsbereit.
Do you have the same impression?
Nothing. Okay.
Okay. Do you have the same impression or you want to do your own? Okay, perfect. Can you say your overall impressions of Japan so far?
Amazing. I mean, the people here are super nice. They will kind of stare at you a little bit differently, just because they're not used to, maybe like because we're a little bit taller. I don't know. But other than that, everyone's really cool though. I love it. The food's amazing. Yeah, overall, I'd say like 10 out of 10 for sure for me.
For me, I loved it. Tokyo was great. I prefer a bit less, so I enjoyed Osaka more and Kyoto more. I guess nature-wise and sightsee, a lot more culture and tradition. It's a country where you can, I guess, be alone and go and travel alone. No one's gonna mess with you as long as you kind of are respectful and do what you want. It's a great place to come and solo travel, and you're gonna meet people if you're open-minded and friendly enough. So yeah, absolutely.
Did you guys visit any onsens while you're here?
No, I know what I wanted to, but I was kind of scared because of my tattoos, so I didn't want to try to have that issue.
You also didn't try any onsen?
No, just again, not enough time. You know what I mean? We stayed in Osaka, and I was doing day trips to Kyoto, so it's like with the traveling, and then by the time you get to do the sightseeing and stuff, it's like your day's kind of already gone.
Yeah.
And then the trains kind of stops early here. I assumed that they would go a lot longer, but no, great solo travel country. I definitely want to come back and do a lot more of just walking around, getting lost. Go to, I guess, like Fukuoka, Okinawa, Hokkaido, things like that. Less big cities. Just see like the different kind of Japanese people, because here it's sort of hustle and bustle, and so everyone's just trying to do their own thing. So definitely want to go to more of the, I guess, maybe compassionate area of the country. Yeah.
I mean, just like anywhere in the big cities, like they're always the least friendly. So New York is like the least friendly place in the US probably.
Being a solo traveler with them kind of ignoring you is a good thing. At night, especially after a few drinks, if you're just walking around, they're just gonna...
You had a couple of drunk nights where you're walking around on your own?
Every night. Every night. I like to drink, so yeah. I did that every night, you know. The bar culture here is really cool. I mean, the bartenders will drink with you if you buy them a drink and stuff.
Yeah.
I like that you can smoke at the bars here. It's very different to the United States. But I guess smoking outside here is kind of a no-no.
Can you give us your overall impressions of Japan, but in your own language, in German?
Also bisher finde ich, dass die Leute alle super nett waren, sehr zuvorkommend. Und ich muss auch sagen, generell, also wirklich alle Leute sind super höflich. Also mir ist zwischendrin einmal mein Koffer, als ich ankam, kaputt gegangen. Und es kamen direkt Leute und haben mir geholfen, den die Treppen hochzutragen. Deswegen bisher super, also war alles super.
I didn't understand any of that, but perfect. What do you see as the main differences between your country and Japan?
Organized.
Yeah, they're really organized here, and I think everything is so calm. I mean, it's a really big city, but still it's so calm. No one's in a rush, I think, and that's the difference between Germany.
Very, very safe.
You can fall asleep in the subway, and I think nothing happens. In Germany, I would be afraid to do that.
Yeah, I think I've heard stories where you can like go to a cafe, leave your laptop there for like 12 hours, and it'll still be there when you come back. This is crazy. What do you see as the main difference between the US and Japan?
I mean, I'm a single guy, so I didn't come here with the intention of dating, but obviously had the open mind for it. I guess women, because I was looking for women, they're not as forthcoming as they are in America. America is, you know, it's just everyone's kind of game for it. Yeah, it's just completely different. I mean, in the United States, everyone wants to speak their mind there.
Yeah.
And here, everyone's kind of just like, I'll keep it to myself. I don't want to bother people with my opinions, because what does it matter, you know what I mean? Which can be a good and bad thing. Respecting how the things work here, you can basically do whatever you want. And I like that. And it's in the US, it's like, if people don't agree with what you want to do over there, they're going to tell you. And here, they're just going to be like, all right, whatever, I'll give them a weird look, and that's about it. So I think that was the biggest difference for me.
I'd say like the cleanliness is huge.
Yeah.
Super clean here. Obviously we're from the US, so I don't like to talk down on us, but we're very dirty compared to people in Japan. Like bathrooms.
I don't like to talk down on us, but...
Right, but I mean, yeah, there's that. People in, like you said, the US are almost too open-minded. We're like, who cares what you think, but they say it anyways. Where in Japan, they're more respectful, like mind their own business, which I love. Even like when you frustrate them, like with like the language barriers, they're so nice, even though they're annoyed. I was at my friend, like they're the nicest, most annoyed people ever. Like,
they're very open to communicating, I think, with foreigners from the United States, just because there is a lot of American culture that they adopt. Even in like, I've seen girls, they're all dyeing their hair blonde, and they seem to like a lot of the things that the US can give them, but they don't like how we act over there, at least.
If you're gonna come to Japan, like learn the culture as best as you can, learn like the little nuances they have. Try to learn the language a little bit, just like little things like order, just as, you know, excuse me, you know, like sorry, you know, things like that, you'll be just fine. Do your best not to stick out as a foreigner, right? Don't be that guy or that girl, but yeah, overall, I'd just say like just start as much as you can before you come here. I think be as respectful as possible. I think it's huge.
What are the main differences you see in Germany versus Japan?
Advertisements everywhere. For example, like this bus just driving past us, and there are sounds everywhere. And for example, I went into some stores. The background music feels like in a video game. Everything is full of advertisement. It's very interesting, and it has a very different vibe from the atmosphere, at least from where I'm from, which is Berlin. But I noticed all the electricity cables, they're often on the streets, you can see them.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of Nigeria, which is the other country I'm from. The whole city of Tokyo, from what I've seen so far, reminds me of Nigeria, just in much more modern. But from the architecture and the way things are organized, it really reminded me of Nigeria, which was surprising to me. Yeah.
What from your country are you most proud of?
Beer.
Beer. Beer.
What from your country are you most disappointed of?
I mean, World War II wasn't that great. But also, like, sometimes Germans are really strict. We always had to stick to our plans and never be late and something like this. And sometimes it's a bit, I'm not going to say boring, but too strict, maybe.
I can see that. Definitely, usually, like, I'm also Dutch, and anytime I meet, like, a Dutch person or a German person abroad, usually it's a lot harder to connect with them. Like, there's less friendliness, I think, especially abroad.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe we have trust issues in Germany, I don't know.
What are the things from your country that you're most proud and most disappointed of?
I love how like you can like be any type of like ethnicity or race and be in the U.S. If you go to the U.S., you're everything there. You know, Mexican, black, white, Asian, everything's all there, right? Whereas here, like it's not as open, I guess. So I will say I love that about the U.S. What I look down on is just how, again, we're too open-minded. We're just kind of a nuisance, I feel like, to it. So I think people back home, we got to work a little bit, be nicer.
Yeah. Sometimes the Americans are considered the international assholes of the world.
The best thing, I mean, I think the fact that a lot of Americans are open-minded is a really good thing, and I love that. I think the worst thing though is we think we're the apex human over there. I mean, not personally, but like that's kind of like the face that United States Americans have. Especially when it comes to like politics, like it's so polarized over there. So it's like I think just the fact of how volatile of a country it is over there, and the people over there are just like, if you're on one side, they don't like the other side, and it's just like, who cares at the end of the day?
Politics right now is...
As long as I can live my life, I can make my money and get by, like, I don't care what happens, but everyone is like, over there, it's just like, oh, I'm conservative or I'm liberal and I don't like the other one and I won't have friends, and it's like, you have such a peanut brain if you're living your life like that. I think we're the only ones that are obsessed with politics. If you pull up your phone in the middle of a conversation, it's so rude everywhere else, but for the like United States Americans, it's just like you're talking and you're just like on Instagram and doing whatever, so... Yeah, that's a little strange. So like, it was a culture shock, like not being on my phone as much.
What do you see as your best and worst things of Germany?
I like it's very convenient. Like I love to play football, and I can just walk for 5 minutes and just find a random football pitch with already people playing there. And it's easy to, if you have something like this, like football or maybe jogging, I don't know. It's easy to make friends, kind of, or to find a little community. But another way, I have a feeling that sometimes the people are very distant, but it depends on where you are. Generally, I would say I like Germany a lot.
The negative, that's not just World War II?
Yeah, yeah, that's maybe a negative. That's from what I experienced so far. It's mandatory in school that we talk about it, so the people are very knowledgeable about it. So I think Germany is pretty open with the past.
Do you see a difference of that here with Japan?
From what I heard, Japan really denies some bad things they did in the past, but I've only been here for a few days, so I haven't really met anyone that was talking to me about the past. Germany, you can see the remnants of the past everywhere, and I mean, it's Germany. They try to acknowledge it as good as possible. Yeah.
What are the best and worst things about Japan that you've seen so far?
The worst thing of Japan is maybe that I never know where to throw my trash because I haven't seen the bins or something. I don't know what to do with that, if I have to stick it in my pocket or what to do. But I was wondering, how does that work?
Yeah.
I mean, the best things, I also said that, is they are already friendly, no one's in a rush, everything is calm, and yeah, I love this.
What are the best and worst things about Japan?
Everything's amazing here, I'd say. The food's amazing. I guess the one downside is they do kind of look at you and stare at you a lot.
Is it the tattoos, you think? Or like the
It could have been. Maybe, I don't know. Cause I would say maybe the tattoos, because like every day before this, I was like in long sleeves. Yeah. Coincidentally, not even thinking about the tattoos. And today I was just in a t-shirt. So when I got into the elevator, the guy sitting next to me just like moved to the other side. And that was kind of like, okay. But maybe they're just a bit more like, still getting used to us as like foreigners, so it's kind of like, what the hell? What's this guy doing here? So I guess that's the one downside, I would say.
Best thing, being able to travel by myself, walk around, be safe. That I think was the best. I mean, obviously, just immersing myself in the culture. Worst things, public transportation's hot. It's like, I got very hot, very sweaty. It doesn't seem like there's like AC in them. I mean, but whatever, that's not something I'm gonna go complain to people about.
Did you experience the rush times? Like, where you're like touching like 8 people at the same time?
This morning I just took the Shinkansen from Osaka to here. So it was very warm. And I guess, I don't know, like similar to him, some people didn't like. I mean, I have my fingernails painted. I wear crop tops, so people were looking at me like, oh, okay. But there's a lot of feminine men here, so I didn't think that would be a problem. But they probably height, being foreigner, and then dressing a bit more feminine and having my fingernails painted. They didn't like that too much. But I mean, it doesn't bother me. So,
What do you see as the best and worst things about Japan?
I think the best thing is when you know a little bit of Japanese, I try to learn a little bit in advance. You go somewhere, people only speak Japanese, and then they see that you try to speak some Japanese, and they're very helpful. And for example, in Japanese, I asked someone what he would recommend in a restaurant, and he directly pointed me to that, told me why he likes it, and it was a lot of with playing with hands and
Like at charades, kind of, to try
exactly.
How did you ask? What do you recommend?
Osusume nan desu ka? The worst thing. I mean, I'm here for 3 days, but it's hard to find people that will talk to you, like Japanese people. They will help you when they see that you need help. I haven't really had a real conversation with a Japanese person, but maybe I've just been to the wrong places so far.
I think that's pretty accurate for around Tokyo. I think if you go to more rural places, you'll be a bit more friendly, but there'll also be less English speaking, so it's a give and take. Are you guys interested in sharing your names or Instagrams publicly, or you want to keep those private?
LE.Inc.
My Instagram is Selina Camper with an S.
Instagram is J Valdivia, VALDIBIA 16. My name is Jordan.
my name is Eduardo, or Eddie, and my Instagram is Eddie Brudda, EDDIEBRUDDAH.
My name is Fabi, but I mean, I have Instagram, man with double N, .Fabian, but I don't really use it that much.
Any parting messages?
If you're in Japan and you want to just hang out, maybe know where to play football, contact me. I'd be very interested in that. Other than that, if you like to go to Japan, do it. It's really fun. It's definitely a very, very unique experience.
So your name's Alina?
Selina.
Selina. And what yours your name? Lian. Okay. Thank you guys for agreeing to do this. Really nice meeting you. Thank you guys so much for your participation.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.